in my job, I spend all my time trying to make everything more simple for people to understand. That's all of what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's taking something that could be complicated and then making it simple for people, either inside an organization or outside an organization. So it doesn't really help that you've got people inventing new terms and trying to throw in as much jargon as possible to make themselves look like they are important or an authority on something, because it's just going the other way.
It always reminds me, like you say, it's like they're just trying to find alternative words for the same meaning, and it just reminds me of there's an episode of Friends where Joey has to write like a letter of recommendation for Monica and Chandler for something, and he literally just goes through the thesaurus to find all the alternate words, including his own name, signed Baby Kangaroo Tribbiani, and he's like, that's what it feels like sometimes. And it's like, I mean, I remember in my younger days when I was younger and I was kind of first starting out on my career, and I'm listening to the management and people who've been around for a while. And they do have a different way of communicating, and I'm sitting there going, oh, maybe I need to sound like this. And you end up writing an email, and you end up using words that just don't mean what you think they mean, or you use them incorrectly, and it just you think you're sounding really smart, but actually you're making yourself look like a complete tosser because it looks like you've just been through the thesaurus and not actually understood what you've written.
This is it's usually middle managers. And what they're doing is they're just signaling to other middle managers, you're part of my group, okay?
They're a wanker.
Actually, the people that you're probably more likely to have respect for are, when you get somebody who's a CEO, but they don't do all that crap. They just come on, they come down to the shop floor and say, Jeff, how are you getting on with this?
Yep.
Just talking normally. Whereas the middle manager would come in and say, where are we? Are you across the KPIs on this? And you just stop being a twat.
Have we achieved the deliverables in the KPI scorecard? Fuck off. Have I done my job? Yes, I have. Yeah. And here's the evidence.
It's so stupid because it goes it's the complete opposite of what you want. What you want is plain English, and people understanding. When you start introducing new terms and jargon, people understand less. And if they understand less, then things don't get done in the way that you would want them to do.
There is literally, and I actually mean literally in a literal fashion at this point, there is a line in my job description that says to communicate technical terminology in plain English. And basically it means, because I work in IT, that I don't just spout technical jargon at people who have no idea what I'd be talking about. Yeah. But I feel like this should be a two-way street. I can do that for them. They need to do the same for me. Stop using the word delta. Just ask me what the difference is, or what's the shortfall. Shortfall is good. I can live with shortfall. Delta has just appeared as this word that seems to replace a whole myriad of other words.
And
everyone seems to think it sounds cool. And the first time somebody said, "What's the delta?" and I was like, "Triangle." Third letter in the Greek alphabet.
No, it's just a nonsense. And similar to Joey's recommendation letter is when you get people again, the middle managers we're talking about, really sort of mid-wit people, the sorts, they end up being prime minister
wankers.
It's the blogs. Get them to write a blog, and they write a blog, and either they've got the thesaurus out and, basically hit every word or every other word, or they've got ChatGPT to do it.
I was just about to say, they don't even need that anymore. Just get ChatGPT to do it.
Yeah, and they end up giving you something that sounds like some really bad Shakespearean tragedy. The way that it's written is just ridiculous.